Hello everyone, it's Miss Borhan here. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Now I want you to get your pencils and your papers and exercise books out and write down the short date, 14th of the 5th, 2020 and the LI to all the decimals. And as we always do, I want you to write down the date in Roman numerals as well. Excellent, well done if you got that correct. Now let's do some recap from yesterday's learning. So I want you to take your time to do this. What is the value of the highlighted digit? So what is the value of this 6? Calculate 8 divided by 10 and compare the decimals below and use the correct symbols to indicate which number is larger. Take a few minutes to do this and write it all down. Excellent, let's go through the answers. The value of the highlighted digit is 6/10. So we can write it like this as well. Eight divided by 10, so it's 8/10. And to divide by 10, we have to move each digit one place to the right on a place value grid. So on my place value grid, I'll put 8 over here in the ones column, and we need to move one place to the right. So the 8 will now go over here, and in the ones column, we will place 0 as a placeholder. 8 divided by 10 is equal to 0.8 as a decimal. Now, if we divide by 100, how many places would the digit move to the right? So when we divide by 10, you move each digit one place to the right. Have a think. We've learnt this before. So we move the digit 2 places to the right. Well done if you got that correct. So on the place value grid, you would move 2 places and the answer would be 0.08. Comparing the decimals now, 0.79 is greater than 0.43. So you look at the ones column, they're both 0, so you have to go to the tenths column, and 7/10 is greater than 4/10. The second one, 1.21 is greater than 0.56 because you look at the ones column and there's 1 over here, so you don't even need to look at the rest. You'll automatically know that's greater. And 0.4 is greater than 0.04. Well done if you got those correct, and if not, that's fine. Just take a look through the answers now. I want you all to take a look at these pictures. What do you notice about the height of these pictures? Pause and have a think. So start from the shortest and you end up with the tallest. So as you can see, this little boy, short, and it's going up. And we call this ascending order. My turn, ascending order. Your turn, ascending order. This is the mathematical terminology for when we talk about numbers. So we have a number line over here, and when we usually see numbers or other lists of numbers, quite often it will be an ascending order. So from the shortest to the tallest, as we visualize it in that picture, and with numbers we call it smallest to the greatest. So the number line will usually have the smallest number on the left and the greatest number on the right. So take a look at this number line. What multiples are these? Have a think. These are the multiples of 4. And how are the numbers going up? They're starting with the smallest number, 0, and they're going up all the way to the greatest number, 40, which is also known as ascending order, when the numbers start from the smallest to the greatest. Now I want you to tell your adult using your own words what ascending order means. Well done, everyone. So try this yourself. You can use the skills that we learned from comparing decimals to help you with this activity. Write this down and sort these numbers from the smallest to the greatest. Excellent. Let's take a look through the answers. So we had smallest number was 1.18, then 1.4, 2.02 and 2.03. So when we look at these numbers, automatically when we look at the ones, we see there's 1, 1, 2, 2. We'll know that these two numbers are first smaller, so we can place them to the side, and then we can compare these numbers. So we already looked at the ones, they're both the same, so we have to now look at the tenths column. So in the tenths column for 1.18 we have 1, and in 1.4 we have 4, so that means 1.18 is smaller. So we place that over here, and then we place 1.4. So now we have these two numbers, 2.02 and 2.03. So for both of them, the ones is the same, it's 2. So we have to move to the next number. In the tenths column, which is 0, again the same. So now we look to the hundredths column. We have 2 here and 3 here. Which number is smaller, 2 or 3? 2 is smaller. Well done. So you put 2.02 and 2.03. Smallest to the greatest, also known as ascending order. Well done if you got that correct. Let's move on. These images are also in height order. What do you notice? Pause and have a think. So it starts with the tallest dog all the way to the smallest dog. And when we're talking about numbers, we call this the greatest to the smallest, also known as descending order. My turn, descending order. Your turn, descending order. So descending order is the opposite of ascending order, and sometimes with numbers they'll ask you to put them in descending order as well, so that's why we need to know this. So now we have the same numbers. I want you to place them from the greatest to the smallest, also known as descending order. Do this now. Excellent. So the greatest number was 2.03, 2.02, 1.4 and 1.18. Starts from the largest to the smallest, just going down, ascending and descending. Now I want you to tell your adult what descending order means. Well done, everyone. Let's read this question. Sally has placed these two numbers in ascending order. Is she correct? So she placed 6.8. She said that was the smallest, and then she placed 6.42 here and said this was the greatest number. Using mathematical reasoning to explain your answer. So I really want you to have a think and write this all down on your paper. Let's take a look through our answers. 6.8 and 6.42. Now we have to figure out what each number represents. So the first one we have 6 over here, 6 ones and 6 ones. So now we have to move to the next number, which is in the tenths column. So 6.8. So what would that be? It would be 8 tenths. 8 tenths. And let's check the tenths column for this number. It's 4. So that would be 4 tenths. Now, when we're placing numbers in ascending order, we start from smallest to greatest. So which one is smaller, 8/10 or 4/10? Have a think. And look at the counters over here as well, the place value counters. So we had 6 ones, both the same. We have 8/10, tenths, and 4/10. So 6.42 is actually smaller than 6.8. So Sally was not correct. And so we don't even need to look through the hundredths column because we have to start with the tenths column, and we already saw that it was smaller. So now you would place 6.42 over here, and 6.8 over here. Well done if you got that correct. I would love to see how you use your mathematical reasoning to answer this. So you can take a picture of your work and send it over. Well done everyone. Now there's a few tasks that we can do. These will all be uploaded to the online learning platform. So if you go to the school website on year 4, and you can find these tasks. So it's really important that you go on the website to access these tasks. Because some of us, we've been doing the tasks that's required during the lesson, which is absolutely great, but we haven't been going to complete the main activity. Now let's just take a look at this. This is a 1-star task, so based on how confident you feel, you can start with you can do question 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is just what we've been doing during this lesson and the previous lesson as well. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can complete all of the questions, and don't forget to use your mathematical reasoning. The answers will also be on the website so you can mark your work with a purple pen, and if you got anything wrong, you can use your purple pen or any other color pen that you may have at home to edit your answers. And once you're done, you can send your work over to year 4 at range.harrow.sch.uk. Well done everyone.